Welcome to the new class of biology, everyone. Previous class we discussed how the reproduction process occurs in initial stage, how an organism makes itself enable, especially the human beings makes itself enable for the reproduction process. Today we will discuss the two main types of system in human beings, one being the male reproductive system, another being the female reproductive system. So let's start. Before starting the male reproductive system, you should draw the diagram 8.10. Okay. What actually a male reproductive system does, it starts to form the gametes, or the formation of gametes that we know, the male gamete, which is known as the sperm. It start to form at the puberty stage itself, right? So that formation of sperm is actually done in the testis. Actually, this testis is present in the scrotum, where the sperm formation is it is present there. It is present in the scrotum because of the reason that the sperms must be kept at a temperature which must be very much lower than the normal body temperature. Otherwise, the quality of the sperm or the motility of the sperm, means movement of sperm, will not be good enough to fertilize the to take part in the fertilization of the egg cell, right? Because we know that the male gamete moves, but the female gamete doesn't move. Male gamete will be going into the female gamete's body to take place in the fertilization process. Okay. Now, what happens more is that the testis, which is present in the male reproductive system, it produces the testosterone hormone. Okay. Okay, so what happens to the testis? This testis actually produces the testosterone hormone, and this testosterone hormone is the main thing that brings the changes in the males during the puberty stage. Different type of changes, we had discussed about those changes in our previous class. So the sperms whichever are produced from the testis, it is passed through the vas deferens. It's a tube like structure, vas deferens, which combines to the urinary bladder. Okay. And then this urinary bladder is connected to the urethra that we had studied in the excretory system in our starting chapter, right? So urethra actually is a common passage. Urethra takes out or throws out the urine from our body. Also urethra brings out the sperm for necessary for the reproduction stage or the fertilization stage. Okay. So the sperm, when gets out of the body, it's been helped or assisted with the help of some glands. One of them is the seminal vesicle, and the another gland is the prostrate gland, prostrate. Okay, prostrate gland and as well as seminal vesicle. So these glands actually help the sperm for the transportation also, because we said that male gamete must go into the female gamete's body. So in order to transportation of the male gamete or the sperm into the body, to make it easier, also to provide nutrition to the sperm, both for both those processes, seminal vesicle and prostate gland are helpful, necessary. Talking about the structure of a sperm is actually having a head like structure and a long tail like structure, because this structure helps it to move towards the female gamete. It helps in its mobility. Okay, so that's about the male reproductive system. Now the next topic is female reproductive system. You have to draw the figure also regarding that 8.11 figure. You have to draw that. Female reproductive system is we can say it is actually the egg cell, and it is present in the ovaries. Okay, in the ovary it is the female reproductive part. In that part the egg cell is present, which is the female gamete. Actually the girl child's birth when a girl child is getting birth or is being delivered, what happens in her body, various thousands of immature type of eggs are already present in its body. Thousands or lakhs, we can say, in the sense, immature eggs are present in its body. So what does this immature eggs do? They don't have any certain function, but up to the age of puberty, we had said that the the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system start changes at the stage of puberty, right? So when this girl child reaches, after the birth, when this girl child reaches the stage of puberty at the teenage, the eggs which were actually the immature eggs, it will start to get mature. Each and every egg in its body start to get mature. So every month one egg is being produced from that ovary. Each and every month one egg will be produced from that body, and that process is actually known by the process of menstruation. Okay, that we don't have to study, we just have to know about that. Then this egg, during reproduction, what happens, this egg will be carried from the ovary to the uterus. From ovary, we said that the egg is produced, it is sent to the uterus with the help of a small tube like structure, which is known as the fallopian tube or the oviduct. An ovary, there are two pair of ovaries actually. So from both that ovaries, the oviduct will unite into the uterus, and in that case, when the oviducts unite into uterus, this uterus is being opened to the vagina through the cervix. Okay, so we will discuss in the next class how the reproduction takes place, or how this fusion of male and female gamete takes place, so that the next generation of particular child is being formed. Okay, thank you for listening to the class. Have a nice day.